Good morning, Saturday morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see what we got for the workout today. So it's the 11th of April. We had a really great Saturday morning workout. It's going to be slightly longer than some of your other workouts that we've had during the week. Hopefully because you've got a little bit more time, even though we've got quite a bit of time at home. Maybe this morning you've got some more time at home. So, nice workout. One or two unusual movements, but I think if we find good progressions around them that you'll enjoy the workout. So, first up on the board, we've got 10 pike or floor around the worlds, okay? And what we're doing is we're going to have our hands on the floor and our feet on the floor, and we'll be doing a circle in our hands and feet, almost like a push-up position, but in a backwards pushing position. That's going to get some work in that overhead position. It's kind of like it's a progression for handstand walks and a few other things. So I'll take you through that. 10 pike floor around the worlds. Then we've got 20 air squats. Right, this is slightly more squats than what we have been doing. Then we've got 10 crab walks. So crab walks, some of you are going to enjoy, some of you are not going to be so comfortable in the shoulders, so we've got a few different progressions for that. And then we've got 20 sit-ups, also slightly more sit-ups than what we have been doing. And that's it. So it's 10 pike floor around the world. We've got 20 air squats, we've got 10 crab walks, or 10 meter crab walks, and we've got 20 sit-ups. I'm going to do that for 5 rounds. 5 rounds as fast as you can, no breaks in between, no rest in between, for time. Right. So let's take you through the different progressions. So the first one is a pike floor around the world. So what we're looking for, let me just move this out the way, is essentially we're looking for kind of like a pike position on the floor. And what we do is we're going to walk your hands, we're going to try and keep the feet in the same place. And you're going to shuffle, you're going to shuffle, you're going to shuffle, and you're walking your hands around. It starts to get a little bit gnarly in the shoulders after a while. That's one. I come back to the middle, then I'll turn back around. I try and keep my feet in the same position as much. I may need to shuffle my feet just a little bit to allow my body to move nicely. Head's tucked in, arms tucked in, and you can see in this position I've got my arms locked out, head tucked in. Okay, you may need to bend the knees a little bit depending on your flexibility, otherwise locked out. Come back to the middle, and that's 2. To make this more difficult, if you want to, you can put your feet up on a box, get more of an inverted position so your hips are directly over the top of the shoulders. And if you can do handstand walks, you can do handstand walks if you've got handstand walks. Right. To scale this option down, for those of you not comfortable in that overhead position, what we do is we're going to do push-ups, okay? And what we can do, well, you can actually do this in a push-up position. You can just walk your body around in a push-up, trying not to have your bum in the air. Okay, nice strong plank position, and you're walking your body around. That's going to be 2, so you can do circles in a push-up position instead of that overhead shoulder position, or we can do normal push-ups. Right, knees to floor, chest to floor, lift the knees, push, and you do 10 push-up progressions if that's a more comfortable option for you. So that's going to be your pike around the floor or your push-up options there. Next one, we're going for air squats. So air squats, you know what we're looking for. Pushing back in the hips, press back in the hips, hips nice and deep, shoulders back, chest up, sit back. If you need to go less deep, go less deep. Make sure the work is in your hips and that your knees aren't coming forward into your knees. That's going to be your push-ups, 20 push-ups, squats. Then we're doing a crab walk. So crab walk, look something like this. You start sitting on your bum, shoulders are pushed back, and you're going to push your hips up. Now this position already may be uncomfortable for some of you if your shoulders are tight. So we'll show you the option that we're going to do for that. For those of you that are okay, we're going to walk forward, and we're walking your feet, trying to keep your hips up, make sure the shoulders are okay. You're going to go 10 meters in that direction, and you're going to walk back, keeping your hips up, 10 meters in the other direction, there and back. There's 20 meters, that's all you need to do. Right? If you're not doing crab walks, we're going to do mountain climbers. Okay, so mountain climbers, you can do this on your hands, hips come up, and the knee is going to come around the side. So in this position, you're trying to keep your shoulders over the top of the hands. Imagine you've got a little wall directly underneath your elbows or behind your elbows, so you're not allowed to push back so far. You have to keep your shoulders over. From there, I'm trying to bring my knee over the little wall to touch my elbow, and back. 1, 2, around the side. Right, if you're looking from the side, from there, around the side, around the side, around. If that's too much for your wrists and your shoulders, you can do this in a plank position. Bring the knees up, knees up, knees up on the side. Okay, so that is your mountain climber option as an option instead of doing your crab walk. Okay, I'm not quite sure which one's better. I don't know if the mountain climbers are that much better than the crab walks. Right, then your next option is sit-ups, 20 sit-ups. So your sit-ups options look like this. Feet into a butterfly position, knees open, chin stays tucked in, touch top of the shoulders, top of the toes, touch the floor. Keep your head off the floor, so it's not this. The neck comes in, chin stays tucked in, that keeps the neck safe. On top, your sit-ups. If you want to do it with the weight, if you've got a weight, you can use the weight for weight sit-ups. If your back isn't so comfortable with that hinging movement, you're going to bring your hands, do ankle taps, 1, 2, or alternating legs, 1, 2, with this lower back flat, pressing into the floor to control the stomach. Okay, so those are your options. Pike flow around the world, or in a push-up position, or actually doing push-ups, your air squats. Right, so you can scale the height of your squats. You can also scale down the reps of your squats. Instead of doing 20 air squats, you can do 10. Instead of doing your 10 push-ups, you can do 5 push-ups as well. Then we're doing a 10 meter crab walk there and back. If you're not doing the crab walk, you're doing the mountain climbers, 10 each side. Right, if 10 each side is too much, do 5 each side. We've got 20 sit-ups. 20 sit-ups is too much, do 10. Otherwise, we're doing some kind of a lying on your back progression. 5 rounds. And you do your 5 rounds as fast as you can. That's going to be your workout for Saturday morning. All right, so we also have a strength challenge today. All right, so your strength challenge, you can do either before or after your workout. What we suggest is actually do it before your workout. So we're doing a handstand hold or a plank hold. Now we did do a plank hold yesterday. Today we can do a handstand hold if you can. If you can't do a handstand hold, we're going to do a plank hold. Handstand hold is going to look like this. If you've got a handstand, if you're comfortable getting upside down, what do you look for? Arms locked out, hands on the floor, kick up, stomach tight, arms locked out, and press, press, press. And you're going to hold this position, pressing to the arms. And you may have to put your stopwatch somewhere that you can see it, because you don't really want to try and check your watch on one hand. Maybe a little bit more difficult. Okay. If you're not going to do it with your feet up in the air, you can do a handstand hold in this position, and you're pushing out through the shoulders. So the stomach's tight. You can walk your feet down a bit, bend the knees, push out through the shoulders. You can hold that for as long as you can. Otherwise, back into either a push-up position or a plank position again. Okay. And today I want you to do 2 attempts. We've got a little bit more time today. I want you to do 2 attempts. First one, either in that handstand position, or in that wall hold position, or in your plank position, on your elbows. Go for as long as you can. Hold it, press, 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 burn, burn, burn. Make sure you put your feet back down before your arms collapse. All right. Rest, shake the shoulders out, and then when you're ready, go again for your second attempt. Try and beat your first round's attempt. All right, that's going to be your handstand challenge today. All right, guys, so that's the work and the strength work and the workout. If you need a bit more coaching around the warm-up and to take you through the warm-up, we'll do that. Remember, everything you need is on our website, crossfit.com. Find that home workout tab, click the icon, the workout is there. Different options. Remember, we've got that unloaded, partially loaded, fully loaded options there. You can add some weight. There are a few other options today which you may want to bring into this if you've got a kettlebell or a dumbbell, that you can change your workout a bit. Write the workout down for yourself on a piece of paper, on a board, or on the window, okay, so that you can follow the workout, okay, and make sure you got it planned. Remember, ultimately what we do, fitness isn't built in a day, right? It's about consistent, regular movement and exercise of what's going to build your fitness. So if you need to do a little bit today, try not to miss too many days in a row. Try and be consistent every day in terms of what you're doing. All right, so let's go for the warm-up. So warm-up coaching for today. So again, we're going to run, row, skip, fast feet for 5 minutes, get that heart rate up. Okay, get the lungs working. Then we're going to do 10 sit-ups. The 10 sit-ups I've already shown you. 10 sit-ups up and down off the floor. If you can't do 10 sit-ups, do some kind of a floor progression, either with the elbows to knees. Okay, get that stomach nice and engaged. Make sure that lower back stays flat and the chin stays tucked in. 10 push-ups. Okay, push-ups we've shown you already. So knees to floor, chest to floor, or 10 strict push-ups. If you need to scale the push-ups down, scale these down to 5 if 10 is too much for you. 10 mountain climbers. So your 10 mountain climbers, we've shown you each side, plank position, stomach nice and tight, bring the knees up the side. You're doing 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. Okay, or you can do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. and then 10 pulsing air squats. So pulsing air squat is the same as a normal air squat. Only thing that's going to change, right, is as you sit back, you do a double bounce at the bottom. So you sit back, pulse to the bottom, stand 1, hop, pulse to the bottom, stand 2. Remember to drive those knees open, hips push back, pulse to the bottom, 3. And you're doing 10 pulsing air squats. We'll get a little bit extra work into the glutes and to the inside of the legs. It's also there to help you open up your hips a little bit. And then we'll do shuttle runs. If you can do shuttle runs, I've got space for a shuttle run, do 20 10-meter shuttle runs, running up and down. If you haven't got that, then do fast feet for a minute, running on the spot, fast feet backs and forwards on the line, or just even running, or over a line on this line, and you're running, get your heart rate going. I want you to do 2 rounds of 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, 10 mountain climbers, 10 pulsing air squats, shuttle runs. Do 2 rounds of that. That'll be a good warm-up today. So really some good conditioning going on right in the warm-up. Mobility today. Okay, you can either do your mobility before or after. It may be slightly easier to do your mobility once you're warm, so you can do your mobility after the warm-up but before the workout. So mobility today is going to look like a little bit like this. What we're doing is we're going to work in a, first one is going to be a push-back. So it's a push-up position, and we just, again, preparing for those handstand holds that we're doing later, preparing for those around the world in that pike position. We're just going to push back to the shoulders, press, allow the knees to bend a bit, push your bum up into the air. We're trying to get that nice straight back. You're going to drop forward, hips back straight, chest up. You can drop into a bit of a downward cobra if you want, and push back to the shoulders, hold, 3, 2, 1, and back forward. Stomach nice and tight, make you don't drop too far into the low back. Push back to the shoulders. So those are going to be your pushbacks. Nice and slow, focus more on that overhead position to get that lock out on the pushbacks. Next one is a warrior pose. I don't think we've done the warrior pose before. What we're going to do is you're going to come down, nice good squat position. You're going to push those knees open as much as you can, and you're going to hold your ankles, and then you're going to drop hips down towards the floor, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to hold from the side, you're going to drop the hips on the floor, you're going to put one hand, and you're going to keep this hand on the foot, keep this elbow pushing into the knee, and you're going to try and turn this arm towards the ceiling, up, press, open up the chest as much as you can, and back down to the floor. Drive this hand back onto the foot, drive this knee open, turn, press, 2, and sit, and turn and press, up, 3. So what's happening is, as I'm turning, I'm driving my hips open. Okay, so I'm pressing open my legs. I'm also trying to twist through my spine as much as possible, and I'm stretching and opening up my chest and shoulders. This position. Yeah. Press. Side. Press. Side. Right. For those of you who are more tight in the shoulders, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. You don't have to open up all the way towards the sky. If you can, that's great. If you can't, then just work on that range of movement as much as possible. So you do 10 pushbacks, you do 10 warrior poses in total, so that's 5 each side. I want you to go for about 2 rounds on that. Take your time with the mobility. That's what's going to help you move better over here. Alright, so that's the warm-up for today. That's the mobility. You've already got your strength challenge, right? And we've been through the warm-up, or we've been through the workout already. If you want to do a little bit more prep for the workout, what you can do is go through this workout just one time and just do 5 reps on each movement. Right, that should get you warm enough to perform the workout safely. Right, guys, that's this workout for today, Saturday. Tomorrow is Easter, so have a wonderful Easter tomorrow, and we will see you on Monday morning.